Section 4.3, problem 3. There are 9 balls in an urn. They're identical except for color. Okay, now I like to draw these so I can actually see what's happening here. We have what? We have 5 red, 3 blue, and 1 yellow. Now what do? Let's see. We draw a ball from the urn, an urn, just a box. Okay, it's a box. Notice color, set it aside so you don't put it back in. So we're drawing without replacement. Then you draw another ball. All right, so we're drawing 2 balls, one after another without replacement. So I'm trying to match one of these. I'm just going to draw one. I think it's easier if we just draw one. So here's what I'm going to draw. I'm going to go out to the right. So I could get a red, a blue, or a yellow. All right, so I could get a red, a blue, or a yellow. Now, actually, let's get the probabilities. So they're going to ask us for this, I'm sure. What's the probability of getting a red? Well, how many balls are there in here? There's 9. How many of them are red? 5. So the probability of drawing a red on the first is 5/9. There are 3 blues, so it's going to be 3 out of 9, and 1 yellow. 1 out of 9, all right? And sure enough, 5, 3, and 1 add up to 9, or add up to 1. Okay, now we take a second draw. Now, what if we get a red on the first? We get a red on the first draw. We go in for a second draw. Now, we get a red on the first. We leave that out, right? Leave it out. So there's 8 balls left. There were 5 reds. We got a red, so we're going to leave the red out. So there's 4 reds left. So here's what could happen on the second draw. We could get a red, a blue, or a yellow, right? We can still get a red, a blue, and a yellow. What's the probability of getting a red? Well, there's 8 balls that are left, and we got a red on the first, so we left that out. So it's only 4 reds left out of 8 balls. Blue, there's 8 balls left, and we draw a red on the first, so there's still 3 blues in here, and there's still 1 yellow, okay? So 1 out of 8. Now, what if we get a blue on the first draw? So a blue on the first draw, we could make our second draw. We get a red, yellow, a red, blue, yellow. All right, what's our probabilities here? So red, blue, yellow. All right, well, there's 8 balls left. How many are red? Well, we got a blue on the first, so all 5 reds are left. Now, we got a blue on the first. There were 3 to begin with. We got a blue on the first. We tossed that one out, so there's only 2 of those blues left. 2 out of 8, and then there's still the 1 yellow, so 1 out of 8. But now, what about yellow? All right, so we get a yellow on the first, so now we're going to draw again. So you get a yellow, you leave it out, so what's possible? You can get a red on the first, a blue on the second, but you can't get a yellow on the third because there's no yellows left. So you could get a red or a blue, all right? Probability of getting a red on that second draw. Now, there were 5 reds. All 5 are left, but there's only 8 balls because we got a yellow on the first one and we left that out. Then a blue. There was 3 blues, but there's only 8 balls left. So 3 out of 8. Part B asks us to find these probabilities, and I think their notation means this. P of RR, I mean red on the first and red on the second. Red on the first and blue on the second. So these are ands. And ands, we're just going to follow each branch. So red on the first and times red on the second. So we're going to make this multiplication. So like for right here, I'll write this one here. Try to do it like this. This will be 5/9 times 4/8, which is going to be 20 70-seconds, which reduces to 5/18. I probably could have done that first, right? 4/8, 1/2. Okay, and then this one here, this one, 5/9 plus 5/9 times 3/8, right? I want a red on the first and a blue on the second. So this one here is 5/9 times 3/8. That's going to give me 15 over 72. And I can reduce that by dividing each of the top and the bottom by 3, which I could have done here, right? 3, a 1, and 3. So that'll give us 5 over 24. And then this one here is red on the first, yellow on the second. So that branch is going to give us a 5/9 times 1/8. So how about 5 over 72? So I will mark those down here. And I'll do a couple more and then I'll just fill them in. All right, so what is this one here? Blue on the first, red on the second. All right, so follow it up here. Blue on the first is this one. Red on the second is this one. So we're going to have this branch here. 3/9, blue on the first, red on the second, 5/8. I don't think anything's going to cancel there, so we're going to get 15 over 72. Oh, actually it will, right? 1 and 3. All right, so we're going to get 5 over 24. All right, so I'm going to come down here. I'm going to make this 5 over 24. So I just filled the rest of these in. I think you get the idea of how I'm doing this. I'm just following each branch. That takes care of this problem, number 3.